Hey everyone, welcome to Family Fridays for Refuge. My name is Leanne and this is my partner Jeremy.
Hello.
We are tuning in from the traditional ancestral lands of the Muskogee, the Creek, and the Cherokee nations, otherwise known as Atlanta, Georgia. So we are excited to be here. Thank you for having us. I've been teaching yoga since 2005. And I love teaching group classes. I have a studio here in Atlanta that's been closed since last March for the pandemic. And we're lucky to be continuing to share yoga and meditation virtually. So we're very happy to be here with you tonight. When we were thinking about what to do for family night, what kept coming into my mind was that for families, especially over this last year, things have been so different. So we have all been through so much. And so I thought what we would do was kind of a fun activity together to create a connection and also to kind of uplift all of us. So it's a little bit of physical activity and a little bit of communication and a little bit of mindfulness at the end. So just join in if you'd like, have fun, and we'll see you as we move through the practice. Okay, thank you for coming. All right, so the theme of this class is called, What is Your Superpower? Right? And you can think of your superpower as like your special gift, your talent, that thing that everybody tells you, like, you know what, you're an amazing listener, or you're so good at drawing. And you know what's fun about superpowers is that we all have many of them. Sometimes we just don't know what they are. So a really good way to discover our superpowers or our special abilities is to connect with our community and to ask people who are in our family or people that we love and trust. So that's kind of what we're going to work on together tonight in our time. Okay, so we're going to begin our class or our time by just standing all the way up. Okay, so Jeremy has a chair. He's going to move it out of the way. So if you're with your family tonight or if you're with your friends, we're kind of thinking about this question, right, of what is your superpower? And you're going to imagine that your family or your friends or whoever you're with are sort of like your reminder. Okay, so Jeremy is my family along with our two dogs, Joya and Bricks, who are in another part of this house. So I know that we're all in different numbers, right? So maybe you have 2 people, maybe you have 8 people, maybe you have 3. So you can adapt these practices depending on your group size. All right, so we're going to start standing facing each other. So we're going to bring our hands to touch like this. Okay, now if you're 3 or 4 or more, you can open it up like this and make a circle. Right? And if you are in a small space, you'll just make a much smaller circle, right? Okay, so standing with hands facing, take a moment and just gaze at your family or your friend and take a few breaths. Now we're going to start to move a little bit. So we're going to lift the hands up just a little bit. And then we're going to lower the hands down. Good. Keep doing that a few times. Lift up and down. And you really just want to do what feels good to you. Now we're going to go up and go in a circle, out and down. Good. And keep going that way. So Jeremy has some neck pain tonight in his upper neck. And so, this feels different for him than for me. So we're noticing that. I asked him to be in this video and he was like, oh no, what do I have to do? Good, now go the other way. So you're going to go in the other direction of your circle. Good. Sending well wishes to your family and friends as you move, and then relax. Good, release your arms. Now you're going to turn around the other way. So this is that moment where you remind your family, your friends, I've got your back, right? So you can just stand back to back, or you can even hold hands, whatever is most comfortable for you. Take a moment here and see if you can listen to your own breath and also your partner's breath. So we'll be here for a few moments. Good. Okay, now start to turn back. Okay, so now it's going to get a little bit more challenging. So this is where we're like really relying on our community, our family for a little more support. This is balancing on one foot. We're going to turn to face. Again, if you're in a group, you could go in a circle or you could split into pairs. Okay, so hold hands. You're holding to support each other. And then you're going to lift one foot off the ground. And it's okay if you fall because, you know, it's difficult. Good. And then you can release. See if you can lift the other foot. Ah! Oh my goodness. Keep trying to lift that other foot. And if you fall, let it be fun. Good. And release. All right. Then just shake it out a little bit. Shake it out. Okay, good. And now, this is one of my favorites. This is called Grove of Trees. So it's like getting to look at a big, beautiful forest full of trees. And it's the reminder that together we can do things that alone we cannot, right? So Jeremy and I, again, are just two. So we'll do it the two-person way. If you're in a group, you'll stand in a circle with your hands like this, right? Yeah. All right. So we're going to come and do it this way. So we're actually putting our arm around the other person's back and we're doing it. We like each other, you know, we get along and stuff. Also, this is a little more stable, right, where I'm holding him and he's holding me a little more. You're going to see if you can take your outer leg and lift it into a tree pose. Then maybe you can reach up and over and touch hands. Ah! This is Grove of Trees. Good. And release. I want to show one more variation of that for those of you in bigger groups. You would be further apart a little. If you have space, hands together, and you would actually want to lift the same leg, right? The same leg. So around the circle, it looks like everyone's doing the same movement. Good. Okay. Now, if you're, okay. So then if you're two people, you're going to switch, come like this, and then Grove of Trees, reminding us to surround ourselves with people who are uplifting and supportive, and also to be uplifting and be supportive. Good. We are leaning. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're out. All right, so that's your Grove of Trees. Go ahead and shake it out a little bit. Okay, so in the yoga tradition, there's a series of postures called warrior, right? So there's warrior 1, warrior 2, and warrior 3. And to get through hard times, like we've all had over this last year and into now, we need this warrior energy. So in yoga, we practice the way of sort of being peaceful in our strength, right? But we see it as very necessary to be strong. So this next posture is called Family of Warriors, okay? So turn towards, good. And then you're gonna step towards one another with one foot, step back with the other foot, and then reach up, touch palms. So this is Family of Warriors. And we'll hold this one for a moment so you can feel very strong and supported through your legs. Good. And then release, come out. Now I want to show one more thing in case there's 3 of you, right? There's a person kind of not in the mix when you're doing that. You can also use a wall like this. Right? Because, you know, sometimes we are supporting ourselves and that's okay too, right? So now let's do Family of Warriors, other side. So facing, step foot in, foot back, and hold. Good. Good. And then release the pose and shake it out. Uh-oh, I think we're going into a dance party. Ah! All right. Jeremy's like, no, we're not going into a dance party. Okay. We'll have to do that on our own at another time. We'll have a Friday night dance party. Okay. So we'll put it in our pocket for another class. All right. So this is one of my favorites. Jeremy, I'm going to get you to go over to the side a little bit. Okay, just because I was going to use a little more room for this one. This is called breath of joy. Okay, so you have to learn the inhalation is 3 sniffs like this. I'm going to come closer to the screen. So you go, ha, ha, ha. Okay, so if that doesn't feel good to you, right, if it hurts your throat, it makes you sneeze, it doesn't feel right, you can just do a big breath in. Okay, so that breathing goes with arms. So you stand with your feet a little wide, and you're going to go sniff, 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 ha, ha. 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 Keep going that way. If you feel pretty flexible tonight and you want to add on, you could go on the exhale like this. Ha. Ha. Just a few more. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Ha. One more. Ha. Good. And relax. Take a moment after that to notice how you feel. So breath of joy is a good breathing. If we feel tired, if we feel down, maybe if you're a student and you're doing a lot of virtual work, if you get very tired in the middle of your school day, you might stand up and because it can help to increase your energy and your thinking and your mood. So use that anytime. You don't need me here to teach it to you. All of these things you can do without me here as well. They can be tools that you have. Okay? All right. So now we're going to come into a part of practice. And Jeremy, you can take your chair if you want to. So we're going to come into a part of practice where in just a moment, I'm going to ask you to pause the video because you're going to do an interactive thing with the people that you're with right now. So for this next part, you're going to sit with the people that you're with, and each person will get to hear from the people in the room what their superpowers are. So like when Jeremy and I pause, I'm going to tell Jeremy what I think his special powers and talents and gifts are. And then he will tell me, right? And so you can let everyone in the room tell one person and then switch. So this can take 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. And then when you're finished doing that, you're finished going around and reminding everyone of their superpowers, then you're going to come back to this video and we'll close our time together at that point. So we'll see you in a moment. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. I hope that you learned some things about yourself and how special and important and powerful you are that maybe you didn't know. And the way we're going to close family night this evening is with a little bit of relaxation. So this is like stress reduction. And I invite you to either sit. So I'm sitting on the floor. Jeremy prefers to sit in a chair. And you can also lay down, right? So if you're tired, if your back hurts when you're sitting, I invite you to simply lie down, either on the floor or a piece of furniture. Okay, so find a comfortable position. And this is just our time to sort of seal in the things that we've done together and to relax the mind for a moment. So you can be in your posture with your eyes open or closed. Totally up to you. Take a moment and notice your body where you're sitting. And notice any support that you feel from a chair, from the ground, the earth underneath you. And let your body relax towards that support system any amount that you can. Notice your mind, your thoughts. See if you can notice what is present in your mind. And then imagine that your mind were like the open sky. And that all of your thoughts are just clouds rolling through an open sky. And then notice your breathing. Observe your inhalation as it comes in through your 2 nostrils. And observe your breath as it leaves your body. And spend the last few moments together tonight just simply focusing on your breath. Good. And then when you're ready from here to close, you can stay where you are. You can sit up. You can keep your eyes closed, or you can keep your eyes open. So as you move back out into your evening, into the rest of your weekend or day, I hope that you get many chances to remember your superpowers and to remind others of theirs. Just remember, if you don't know what to say to someone, you can always remind them of their superpowers. So thank you so much for coming, and we will see you soon. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.